Vanakkam, Chennai. I am Prasad Bedappa from Bengaluru, and it is my great pleasure and pride to be here in Chennai, working with the Palladium and Phoenix to create a wonderful fashion moment. And I feel very close to Chennai because I was born in Coimbatore, and I grew up in Coimbatore till the age of about 6. So I have very fond memories of the place, and I consider myself a Tamil Nadu born person. So I'm very, very happy to be here. This is a very special fashion moment because we are trying to bring the luxury viewpoint to life. And what do I mean by the luxury viewpoint? You know that in fashion there is street fashion, there is budget fashion, and at the other end of the spectrum, at the top end, comes luxury fashion, including the big designers of India like Suneet Verma and Abraham and Thakur and Tarun Tehliani, and the wonderful luminaries who have given India such a fantastic name. And just the way our brands are growing out of India and going to foreign countries, foreign brands also come to India and they become part of the diverse offering for fashion that many of us are exposed to. And in the Palladium, which is basically a luxury mall, the curation of brands is something that is done very well. And the curation is such that it reflects extremely high quality. Ipoketa, what is luxury? My answer to that is that luxury is something that is very beautifully made. It is made so well, like a Rolex watch, or maybe something like a very precious jewel from Titan or someone like that. These have the potential of becoming family heirlooms. You know, you can leave it to your daughter, you can leave it to your grandchild, you can leave it to whomever you want. So in the luxury sector, products are very well made, and that is why they cost so much. But right now at the Palladium, we have a lot of brands like AX and the Collective. We've got Hackett. We've got so many beautiful brands coming together, and especially a lot of luxury watch brands. In life, I think all of us have an ambition to have one very good watch so that we can leave it to our son or leave it to our daughter, as the case may be. But you will see a very fine range of watches being offered at Palladium, and some of the biggest brands of the country will be showcasing with us tomorrow. So I request all of you to come to the show. I will be presenting the show sequence by sequence, explaining what we are doing. Another very important part of the show is that this time the Palladium has invited some Indian designers, two who are based in Chennai. The first one is Rehane Yavarjala, and she is a wonderful designer and has been working with us for many years. She also showcases at Couture Week, at India Fashion Week. She is the opening designer tomorrow under that label, Rehane Dhana. So the other designer is Urvashi Singh. Urvashi Reddy. Vaishnavi Reddy, I beg your pardon. The other designer is Vaishnavi Reddy, and she is also a Chennai-based designer. I've not had the pleasure of working with her before, but I have seen the pictures of her clothes, which are very beautiful. She reflects a heritage point of view. She uses wonderful Kanchipuram silks. She uses all the heritage textiles of India, which to me is a very important thing. Because when a good Indian designer uses a heritage Indian textile or a traditional textile like Kanchipuram from Tamil Nadu, or Mulkalmuru from Karnataka, or a Benares from Uttar Pradesh, or a wonderful Kota Doria from Rajasthan, when they use these fabrics and design these saris, they are continuing a tradition that is near 3,000 years old. In Tamil Nadu, you'll understand heritage because you are one of the oldest civilizations in the entire world. You have the most original language. Tamil is an OG language at the end of the day. It is not derived from anywhere. It was formed by itself, which is why today Tamil is such a strong voice in literature and film and art and in any aspect that Tamil culture will come under. It is something fantastic. And when a designer uses fabrics from various parts of India, when they sit down with a weaver, educate them about the colors of the season, about international markets, then they are helping a tradition in India that is very beautiful and must be kept alive at all costs. In Tamil Nadu, there is Co-optex. You'll have so many wonderful textile people also working out of here. I've had the pleasure of working with many experts over here. And Tamil Nadu is one of the richest parts of textile history in the country. You all have a variety of silk and cotton, which is incomparable. It is not something that can be compared to anything else produced anywhere in the world. So I encourage designers to work with these textiles, work with these craftspeople, these weavers, and bring together a point of view of India's luxury, which will then be on par with the rest of the world's luxury, which we will be showcasing tomorrow. So I request all of you to please come. The show will be starting from about 6 o'clock onwards. We will be receiving guests who will be doing a tour of the mall, visiting some of the retail outlets that they have not visited before. And after that, the show will begin at about 7 p.m. approximately. So please try and come. It will be an honor to have all of you over here and sit and chat to you about fashion and style and luxury and answer any questions that you may have. Thank you so much.
Other than these three celebrity designers,
is there a mic that can go on? Sorry. Can you tell me, sir?
Yeah, other than celebrity designers, who are how many designers are coming?
I will tell you.
In general, sir.
I will tell you, sir. So we have a very good international brand called Tumi. Tumi is known for their bags and luggages, which are very finely crafted. I, in fact, own a Tumi crossbody bag, which I have had now for about almost 5 years, I think. It looks as good as new because the quality is just so superb. Luckily, it was given to me as a gift by a friend, so I didn't have to spend too much on it. But it was really, for me, a very worthwhile purchase and gift to give somebody. Tumi, T-U-M-I. Then we have Coach, which is another great luggage brand that is international. A Coach bag is supposed to be so finely made that it is practically indestructible. If you can look after a Coach bag and give it the right kind of, they say that you can send it to a bag spa also after a few years of using. It comes back looking like new. Coach is also a wonderful brand. Then we have Kate Spade. Kate is an English designer, and over here we offer a viewpoint of her shoes and her bags, and I think a little bit of accessories also. She's a very talented designer based out of London, and I think you'd be quite enjoy seeing her work. Then we have Dune. Dune is another British brand which concentrates on shoes and bags as well. You see, today, why are we talking so much about shoes and bags? The Indian customer, and this was discovered by some of the world's biggest international brands, we are not interested in buying designer clothes so much. We are more interested in buying designer accessories because the bag lasts for decades. The shoes maybe for a couple of years, but they are very well designed, scientifically designed. They're very nice to wear, so this is what happens when you really find a good brand offering you quality products. Then we have the Collective. The Collective is a wonderful example of Indian retail. It is a store that features over 35 international designers. It is like a department store of designer fashion. And they have some fantastic brands, including Versace and a whole lot of other international brands are very accessible at the Collective. And the Collective over here has created a curated viewpoint specially for the Chennai customer, the male customer, because Collective deals mostly in menswear. And the Chennai customer likes to wear natural fabrics, cotton, and beautiful chinos. So they make casual clothes. They make kind of also a certain amount of occasion dressing. Very, very good curation of so many designers from all around the world. So that is the Collective. Then comes Hackett. Hackett is a heritage brand from Britain. And Hackett was created as making clothes for people who rode horses, which means that they were royalty mostly. So when royalty dressed, they wore clothes like Hackett. So they are beautiful jackets, beautiful shirts, beautiful trousers, shoes, I think they sometimes do hats. I'm not sure if it comes to India. I don't know why we don't wear hats in India. We live in the hottest country with the brightest sun, and we're always running around in the sun, and nobody wears a hat in. I think young people wear a cap sometimes, but otherwise there's no hat culture in India as such. So that was the Hackett, and after the Hackett I have Ethos Summit. Ethos is also a multi-designer watch brand, and they have some of the great watches of the world over there. Tomorrow we are showcasing a brand which many of you remember because they've been in India for many years, Favre-Luba. Have you all heard? I'm so sorry. Have you all heard this name, Favre-Luba? It was a very famous name when I was growing up. It used to come on the radio as ads and all that. You all have not heard of that name at all, but you all will hear of it tomorrow when I show you the collection. Then we have Breitling. Breitling is a high-tech watch which divers use. James Bond also wears a Breitling sometimes. It's a very, very beautifully, finely crafted Swiss watch, which I think can count as one of the world's finest watches. So you'll see the Breitling collection. And then we have Omega. Everybody knows the Omega brand, the Japanese brand that has always been a big sensation in India. I had an uncle who had an Omega watch and he gifted it to me, but unfortunately I lost it. So maybe tomorrow I can take a look at Omega and see what they have over there. Then we have Horology. Horology, as you know, is the correct name of the art of timekeeping and the art of making watches. Horology also has some beautiful brands to offer and a very fashion-forward kind of look. It's classic and at the same time it's high fashion. It's a wonderful combination. Then we have Oris. Oris again is a watch accessory brand, and they also bring to you a very unusual viewpoint. Those are designer watches which are designed in-house, and this year they have created exactly the same color red dial which my friend is wearing in the front row. Nitango. This red has become the dial, so you must come and see it tomorrow. It's a very nice new color red. And then we have Diesel. Diesel is one of the most fantastic denim brands in the world. It is unfortunately also the most expensive, but I have good news that there is a sale going on in Diesel, so it's a very good time to be buying there. But you know, Diesel is like a treasure house of clothes. It's not just jeans and t-shirts like many shops are. Here they have jackets, they have dresses, non-denim wear also. In fact, I really enjoyed putting the Diesel collection together yesterday because I found it extremely, streetwear, and you can wear them in any country in the world, whether you're in Milan or Paris or London or New York. You can wear Diesel and be considered a very stylish person. And then I have AX, which is Armani Exchange. To me, Giorgio Armani is one of the greatest designers in the world. Now he is in his 80s, but he has created a look of simplicity, a look of classical beauty, which is considered the most minimalist kind of designer fashion. You will not see him doing embroidery or putting shiny buttons on his jackets. Adiyana podamattaru. Nothing will be put that it looks excessive or looks gaudy. If you buy a black jacket from Armani and if you don't put on weight, you can wear it the rest of your life. I unfortunately put on little weight, so I can't wear an Armani that I bought about, if I'm not mistaken, about 30 years ago. I bought it in London on sale and I wore it for many, many years. It was the first time I saw Armani doing an Indian design called the Bandgala, which you all might remember, which everyone from Shastri ji to Nehru ji, Modi ji, all of them wear that Nehru collar. And it's either a sleeveless jacket or it's a full sleeve jacket. I got an indigo linen one, a full sleeve jacket, and I kept it for many years. Ultimately, I gifted it to a friend whom it fit very well. But the sad news is that it got torn when he was wearing it. And he's standing right there, Mr. India, Harry Dabas. Please join us, Harry. I'm on the last brand, which is Brooks Brothers. Brooks Brothers was a New York brand, a great American heritage brand that was started, if I'm not mistaken, in the 1930s. And Brooks Brothers has dressed American presidents, it has dressed American royalty, the Kennedys, the whole family. Having a Brooks Brothers suit in your wardrobe really is the old money look. catering. Have you heard of this old money look? You might have seen it on Instagram. A lot of young boys all dressed up in not fancy clothes but very classic khaki pants, blue shirt, blue blazer, brown shoes, and they call it the old money look. So it seems when you look at people like that, they must be having money. They are not showing off. So Brooks Brothers is that brand which makes very beautiful clothes, but they never shout, they whisper. So those are the rad of brands. And the finale designer tomorrow is a great Delhi designer called Geisha. And Geisha has been invited because the Palladium feels that its luxury showcasing can only showcase the finest of fashion design. And Geisha is known as one of India's most beautiful embroidery and evening wear specialists. If you see their work, you will think it is of some heavenly quality. Beautiful silver flowers and three-dimension embroidery. It is a fantastic collection. So that way, Palladium is honoring three Indian designers, Rehane and sorry, I'm so sorry about getting that name wrong all the time, but I think it's Vaishnavi Reddy and Rehane and Geisha. Geisha is run by Paras and Shalini from New Delhi, and it is all three collections are absolutely worth seeing. If you don't mind, cut my mistake parts.
When you talk about events like when you talk about events like Walk of Luxury, what is the impact it makes on the fashion industries?
Let us say that luxury is affordable only to the top percentage of the buying population. I mean, just everyone, Chanel, the works, anybody who's doing great embroidery goes to Lesage. But where does Lesage go for his embroidery? He comes right here to Chennai to embroider those beautiful silks. There are thousands of girls who do beautiful embroidery and boys, and the Lesage unit in Chennai is feeding the world top of the line luxury embroidery. You'll have to be very proud of that. Indian poet Parango, you should see it, go and photograph them. These are the real stories of India, of our legacy. So, I'm so happy to be at the Palladium to bring all that to the forefront. See, today I'll tell you one more thing. It is one of the most fantastic hand wovens in India. It has meaning, it has history. Every motif in a Kanchipuram sari, look at your wife's sari, look at your mother's sari the next time she wears it. And understand that from the Gopuram design to the floral designs that they do, every design has meaning and has been derived over thousands of years. This is something that is such a story. Today what is happening? The Chinese are very clever. They can hire the Kanjivaram weavers, take them to China with their looms, and ultimately digitally reproduce everything that they do. The weaver only has to make one sari or one pattern and give it to them. They will create the whole sari in 100 color variations. If it is a floral design, they can make big flower, small flower, medium flower, and make some more designs. So like that, they make the cheap saris over there. Not only do they make it, they re-export it to Tamil Nadu and you can buy it on the streets of Chennai. All the fake Kanchipurams in Chennai are all woven, not even woven, machine made in China. So you see, we can give away our heritage like that, or we can fight to preserve it. And I choose to fight to preserve it because I feel that, like many thousands of people in India who believe in khadi and handloom and the entire philosophy of dressing and textile in India, who believe in it, are fighting to keep it alive. And it will remain alive. But it's your duty to tell the next generation, this is why you should be wearing handwoven, this is why you should be wearing, the traditional Indian arts of India, because this is our luxury. And this is something we can export very successfully and help the weavers become, as rich as designers. What is coming in terms of being a weaver or a designer? The designer is getting all the status. The designer gets all the publicity. What about the weaver? He's coming with a tradition of 3,000 years, a family history that's being passed on down generations. I'm sure every one of you must be knowing a weaver somewhere or the other. Next time ask him about his life, what it was like. Those make interesting stories. But that's what makes it possible, because at the Palladium we often showcase these handmade arts of India also. I bring exhibitions, we do pop-ups, because I work with them in Bangalore, I work with them in Mumbai, I work with them in Chennai. They're also in Lucknow. I've not been there yet, but I plan to. So you see, the Palladium experience that you'll see tomorrow encompasses all that is luxury, both foreign and Indian. And I feel it will give you a very clear idea about why beautiful things cost a lot of money and why they are worth acquiring. I mean, in India, we spend money when our daughter gets married. That's about the only time we spend money. But at that time, the spend is so high that the collective sale of bridal in India is bigger than any luxury market in the world. Ours is the biggest luxury market. That's why so much of jewelry, especially, and now with gold value, people have understood that gold is the best investment. So the buying of gold has never been higher in India than today.
Sir, one question, sir. You informed me that there is a lot of products, brands in Palladium. So how it is very helpful for
industry, and I found him working in the Taj group, I think, and we made him an offer as a model, and he became a top model, and then he won the Mr. India title in 2012. And then by about 2020, he came to me and he said that I would like to work with you professionally, and for the last 5-6 years, we have been working together. He now choreographs the shows, and is very much part of our organization. I have a large team coming down today, and we will all be starting fittings and everything in about a couple of hours after lunch. But tomorrow, please make it a point to come, because what I said today is only the curtain raiser. I've given you a taste of what is coming tomorrow. But tomorrow you will be able to create fantastic content, because I've got about, how many models do we have, Harry?
So we have almost 40 models.
40 girls and boys, the top models from the country have come, and all of them will be here dressed in the very best clothes, beautiful looks from all the brands, and I will help you create content. So if any of you all want interviews with the models or with the designers, I will be very happy to do it. I will create a corner, a press corner at the venue, somewhere in one corner where the designers can talk to all of them. Some area you keep for